Why tipping in restaurants should be mandatory. We all have those days where there is no food in the house, when no one wants to cook, and when you just can't find the time to prepare a family dinner. So what do we turn to? The answer is restaurants. Going out to eat has been a standard activity for centuries now, and the one thing that comes with going out to eat in America is a tip to add to the bill to provide to your server. An argument that has rose in today's day and age is the question of why should we tip our servers when the restaurant is already paying them? My name is Valentina Matisse, and today I'm going to explain to you why tipping in restaurants should be mandatory. A tip, also known as gratuity, is money you leave separate from the bill for your waiter or waitress. It is usually 15 to 20% of the bill and is a way of showing appreciation and thanks to your waiter or waitress for their job. According to minimumwage.org, the minimum cash wage allowed under the FLSA, $2.13 per hour, is the lowest cash wage allowed in any state. To put that into perspective, if a server worked a 6-hour shift and made no tips during that shift, that would leave him or her with $12.78 for the day. There is not much that can be done with this type of money. That is why, as customers, it is so important for us to tip our servers. So, just how much of society works to receive their paycheck? Servers work to receive their tips. Not only does tipping benefit the server, but it also benefits the restaurant and customers as well. If tipping was to be outlawed in the U.S., restaurants and customers would face a huge conflict. In Eater.com's article, it is stated, restaurateurs know that they'll have to raise prices by 18 to 20% to account for the increased wages in place of tips, which means they are likely going to take a hit in sales in the short term. Imagine going to your favorite restaurant where the sandwich that you always get is $10, walking in one day, ordering it, and realizing that it was bumped up to $13. A sad situation, right? I know. It is reasons like this why it is so very important to tip. Another reason why tipping should be mandatory is because the tips servers make are paying for a different aspect of the server's job than the employer does. An article from Mises.org states, ideally, tips make the server's compensation directly proportional and immediately responsive to the service provided. This aligns the employee's incentives with the employer's. Both want to provide high-quality service to the customer, each for their own benefit. The employer strives to have a friendly and prepared waitstaff, but are paying them the minimum wage for completing tasks like transferring the food orders to the chefs in the back. So while the employer is paying their servers for that component, the customer is paying the server for their satisfactoriness, ability to handle requests, and making their dining experience as pleasant as possible. A way we can change the tipping controversy in our society is by automatically adding a tip into the bill instead of having customers decide the amount they would like to pay. It is ethical to tip your waiter or waitress 15 to 20% of the bill. So to meet in the middle with this, if 18% gratuity was automatically added into the bill, servers would be receiving the compensation they deserve. The way this would work would be taking the total bill before taxes and multiplying it by 18%. The number that is calculated is the amount that would be added to the bill and given to the customers. Not only would this eliminate confusion over the correct amount to tip, but it would also improve the service for the customer and the restaurant itself. In conclusion, tipping in restaurants is something that should become mandatory throughout the USA, if not throughout the whole world. Restaurants and their servers are something that us people will always want and always need. If we stop including a tip, there is a high chance your favorite waiter or waitress won't be seen again. Why cause this to happen when we could avoid it all by just including a tip to the bill? Through many respected sources and personal experiences, I hope this speech has made you realize the importance of tipping in our society and why it should not be abolished. Thank you for your time.